Hey guys, it's Jenny and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm sharing some classic comfort food. This tater tot casserole is a winner with my entire family. It's so simple to make. I think you're gonna love it, so let me show you how to make it. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees. And then we're gonna work on the base for this recipe, starting with 1 pound of ground beef. I'm using some of my favorite kitchen tools like this oil spritzer and this meat chopper. I always make sure to link those down below for those of you who have questions about that. But now that our beef is cooked and crumbled, we are gonna add in our seasonings. Starting with a half a teaspoon of onion powder, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. We're also gonna add salt and pepper, and you can just add this according to your taste. Now give it all a good mix to make sure it's evenly distributed throughout your meat, and then we're gonna be adding in 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Drain the fat as needed in your ground beef, and then we're going to move on to our casserole dish. So I'm going to prepare a 9x13 casserole dish with some nonstick cooking spray or just a little bit of oil. And then add your ground beef to that prepared casserole dish. Next, we're going to add in 1 can, which is 10.5 ounces of cream of chicken soup. We'll also add in a can of condensed cheddar soup, again the standard 10.5 ounces. And last, we're going to add in 1/3 cup of sour cream. Now mix all these ingredients up together well. You could also place these in a heat-safe mixing bowl and mix it in that and then transfer it into your casserole dish, but I like to just mix it all in my casserole dish. One less dish to wash is always better. You'll also need 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese for this recipe, but we're going to divide it. We're going to put part of it on the bottom of the tater tots and then the rest on top. So I'm going to place 1 cup of this shredded cheese on top of here. Sprinkle it out evenly along your casserole dish. And you're going to need 32 ounces of frozen tater tots. I'm going to just dump them onto my casserole dish here, but I'm not going to leave them that way. You don't have to have them in perfectly straight lines, even though that's what I'm doing right here, but you want to make sure they're not laying on top of each other just so they can cook evenly. Now, once all your tater tots are evenly on top, it is ready for the oven. So don't add the cheese on quite yet. I find that adding it in a little too early, it really gets it overcooked. So I'm actually gonna place this in that preheated oven and allow it to cook for about 30 to 40 minutes. And then we're gonna remove it and top it with that remaining cheese. Now place it back in the oven and allow it to cook for about 10 more minutes. And then we're going to remove it from the oven, but before we serve, I like this to settle for about 5 to 10 minutes just to make sure that your base can thicken up before serving. All right, our tater tot casserole is done. This is classic comfort food and I think you're gonna love it. I've added the recipe down below along with a link to the recipe at the diary of realhousewife.com. You can print it off, you can save it, and you can find hundreds of other easy recipes just like this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.